it's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely, not for very much longer. I've got to keep control. I remember doing the time warp, drinking those moments when the blackness would hit me and the void would be calling.
All right, we're live. Let's do the time warp again. Yes, people, the time warp again. You know, it's amazing. We're here. It is the 50th anniversary screening and celebration of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, Coast to Coast, Sea to Shining Sea. There is a lot of celebration for this groundbreaking, revolutionary production. And guess what? It's coming to our city right here in Sonoma. There is a Sonoma Valley Pride is presenting the 50th anniversary screening and costume contest of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's coming up on Saturday, November 8th, 7 p.m. Your ticket purchases will help support Sonoma Valley Pride. And I have some very important figures who have helped organize this celebration here as my guests today. First one I'm going to bring on is Mr. Matthew Long. He is the community organizer and a designer. And he's with us here today once again. Friend of the show, Matthew. How do you do, sir? Welcome.
Oh, we're doing good.
Yeah.
Very excited to be here.
Good.
On your show.
Always.
Yeah.
Hey, man. So, Rocky Horror Picture Show 50th. I mean, are you excited or what?
Super excited. This is a project that we've been talking about all year, and we're happy to see the turnout that we're beginning from the community. It's the 50th anniversary. When we first started talking, we didn't even realize it was going to be the 50th anniversary.
Oh, really?
So that's what
Serendipity.
solidified that we did it when we realized that it's like, okay, perfect. Let's celebrate this iconic movie that, it did air at Sebastiani Theatre.
I heard someone say it hadn't, but I'm like, no, I remember. I think we had it more than once even, too. There was a few years of it, and they had to protect the screen and whatnot. People were super excited when we did it back in the day.
Yeah.
Might have been in the 80s.
I didn't know that we did it multiple times, but
I think
somebody
so.
said, no, I saw it there.
For sure.
It's like, oh,
For
great.
sure. Yeah, it was here, but it was long. I mean, it might have been late 80s, early 90s, or mid 80s. Yeah, for sure, though, I remember as a lad here in town that it was kind of how I was first really exposed to it.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah,
right
absolutely.
here in our local Sonoma.
Glad to bring it back. I have two other great guests who are joining who are super excited about this too. Please welcome to Gary Saperstein of out in the Vineyard, friend and colleague, as well as Lisa Storment, president of Up Sonoma, who's been very busy. Both these two have been very busy. Gary, Lisa, welcome to these airwaves once again.
Thank you.
Hey, I have a question for you, Gary.
Morning.
Gary, when did you first get turned on to Rocky Horror? And tell us about kind of your first discovery of the film and maybe experiences.
Right.
Do you remember?
Right.
Do you remember when you kind of first?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing is everybody we talk to, everybody remembers when they first saw Rocky Horror and has a story. So my story is I actually saw it in 1982, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, 1978. I saw it in 1978.
Wow.
At the Exeter Street Theater in Boston, Massachusetts. And
you saw it 3 years after it was released. It was released in 75.
3 years after it was released, and it was a midnight showing of it. And what happened was, in the middle of the showing, there was the fire alarm went off, and we all had to exit the theater.
Oh, goodness.
And stand outside for a while to wait to go back when we got the clear that it was the false alarm, and we could go back in, and then we could see the rest of the film. So it definitely made an indelible mark in many ways, but one way being that it was like really a fire alarm going off in the middle of the show.
Did it send out an array of costumed folks out onto the streets where people at that point did?
Absolutely.
What a spectacle.
People were out
That's amazing.
in the middle of the street. And so it was really, really funny. And I just have to say for a second, I just was talking about the fact that I didn't know, Ronny, that you grew up in Sonoma. And now I'm picturing a little Ronny going to see Rocky Horror at Sebastiani Theatre. It's cute.
It was super. I think Sebastiani Theatre was my first job in Sonoma. I was like 12. I worked concessions, and I was a little punk rock kid, and Rocky Horror absolutely. It was at the same time I discovered KPFA, which we had here on the FM. So I was listening to Maximum Rock and Roll, this punk rock show at night. We were showing films like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and just a lot of great culture was still here, even in the early '80s, and
I love it.
And it really helps get my view correct. Let's say,
Yeah, that's fabulous. I love it. But that's the thing is we're excited about, is that everyone just remembers where and when they first saw their first showing of Rocky Horror.
What about you, Lisa?
And so it's so great to bring it back to Sonoma.
Yeah, for sure. Lisa, do you remember your when you first kind of got turned on to the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Vaguely.
Yeah, right.
I was in my 20s. I won't tell you the year. And I was in college, and we had a local, very small theater. And, I wasn't somebody who was out yet to myself as queer, but it was maybe one of those first experiences where I thought, this is really cool because there's a lot of people that are here that are different. And it was sort of exploring that idea of being different, but also just being joyful about being different. And so I just remember that in the college atmosphere, watching Rocky Horror Picture Show in San Luis Obispo was really fun.
Why, and maybe Gary, you can jump back in and we'll get answers from Lisa and Matthew too. Why is this particular film, why does it have I think Lisa was starting to explore it, but what is it about this film that is so magical and makes it such a legacy and a foundation and community builder? Why this film, and why also, as a second part, is it maybe relevant and important right now? Does that make sense, Gary?
Absolutely. No, it is. Actually, in a way, it is more relevant than ever.
Yeah.
Because what it did was, as Lisa said, it took this group of misfits and made them joyful, and it made it okay because it was saying you could to be who you are. Be who you are, and that was, especially when the film came out in 1975, that was the beginning of, the gay rights movement was just getting started, and, so it really had such an important theme back then that resonated with so many people, whether you were gay or not. That didn't matter. It just was about that you were different, and maybe you didn't fit in.
Yeah.
Today, to me, that same thing still applies. There's no doubt about it. Fitting in. Everybody wants to fit in, but everyone's different, which is fabulous, the way it should be. And I think it's going to resonate so much more right now because we need right now as an individual, and I also believe as a community all around the country right now, we need to find those moments of joy and levity and laughter. Because and that's what Rocky Horror Picture Show does. And so to be sitting in that theater on November 8th as a community together and being joyful and laughing and just, being this moment of acceptance of who everybody is gives us that the power of community, the feel of community. Different as just like, last week's No King's Day, that did that. But that does that on a different level than, sitting in the theater watching Rocky Horror as a community. But it gives us the power to become more resilient as a community.
So folks, if you're just tuning in, I'm talking with Gary Saperstein of Out in the Vineyard, as well as Lisa Storment of Wake Up Sonoma, and Matthew Long, of Matthew Long Design, also a community organizer. Both Wake Up Sonoma and Matthew Long Design sponsoring this event, which is a fundraiser for Sonoma Valley Pride. I'll go over the logistics again. Rocky Horror Picture Show at Sebastiani Theatre. It is the 50th anniversary screening, and there is a costume contest. There is a small cost for the ticket, but like I say, that goes to support some good causes. We're going to do the time warp again. The doors open at 7. There's a costume contest at 7:30, and the movie will screen at 8 o'clock. And we're inviting the community to celebrate this cult classic in a true over-the-top style. So you're going to need to start thinking about your costumes. We're going to get some advice from our panel here momentarily. The night promises outrageous fun and plenty of audience participation. That's one of the fun things about a Rocky Horror Picture screening. Guests are encouraged to come dressed as their favorite characters from the beloved midnight movie. So
we hope to have some surprises.
Yeah, so you have some surprises? Is that what you said, Lisa?
Hope to have some surprises.
Yes, of course we will. So talk about costumes and talk about participation. Anybody can jump in. For people who have maybe never been to a Rocky Horror screening, what should they expect, and what do you encourage them to do in preparation and maybe in the costume department?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Gary.
Oh, God. Well, of course, everybody look online and become dressed as whatever character you feel like you could be, whether you want to be Brad or whether you want to be Frankfurter or Frankenfurter or whether you want to be, Tim Curry being, you could be any one of the characters that you want to be, but also you just have to come dressed up. Yes. It doesn't matter even because that's the point of it.
You can just be fabulous and express yourself, right?
Exactly. Yeah. It doesn't. You can be one of the characters, but you don't have to be one of the characters. You can just come.
You could come in an inflatable frog costume if you wanted.
Right. Or be as weird and wild as you want to be.
A porpoise, a support porpoise, perhaps. Emotional support porpoise. We had one of those out there last Saturday. Matthew, what about you? Any advice for folks coming through on how they might participate?
Yes, I would say costumes aren't mandatory.
Good.
Just strongly encouraged. So if you're like, oh, I don't want to go because I don't want to dress up, that's okay too. But we definitely would love to see you dressed up. We definitely want to see you there. And there's so many variations of the Rocky. Each character has so many looks.
Yeah.
You can come as the stiff Brad, or you can come as the transformed Brad in the end.
Right.
There's so many options there, but I have also heard from other people that they prefer wearing their own costume. So if you have a Halloween costume, I think that's fine too.
Yeah, you want to get some more mileage out of your Halloween costume? Put it on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For sure.
I would also say,
Lisa.
prepared to do the time warp.
That's right. Yes, maybe take a couple YouTube time or TikTok time warp dance lessons.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's the thing is, it's one of those films that people know so much of the script. They know the songs. So we encourage you want to sing out loud. Sing out loud.
Yeah.
You want to get up in the aisles and dance to the time warp. Get up in the aisles and let's do the time warp, baby.
Oh my God, it's going to be so fun.
It literally is Rocky Horror to do that, to just be loud and have fun.
That's it. That is definitely it. Rocky Horror Picture Show, 1975 independent musical comedy horror that is in its 50th year. We're celebrating 50 years of this amazing film that is all about freedom, radical self-expression, and community. And being yourself, which is a really important message when there's maybe some messages out there telling you to limit and put yourself back in the closet. But hey, we're not going back, everybody.
No.
Yeah. So, final word, Lisa.
We hope to have libations there.
Yes.
And prizes for the contest. We have 3 judges that are
that's right. Let them know who our judges are.
Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, who are the judges?
Kat Smith is going to be one judge.
Oh, great. She is the host of Hollywood and West Napa right here on KSVY, and she is a hard-working gal over at our Sonoma Community Center, but she knows fashion. She knows fashion and costume, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Gary, the other 2.
And then also Renata Virk.
Oh, great.
Sonoma's social, and also Man About Town, Manuel Merjil.
Oh, goodness gracious. We've got some serious connoisseurs of fashion and style
We
on the
do.
panel. Goodness
Absolutely.
gracious.
I mean,
Yes, great.
come for the judges.
Yeah, come to the judges.
They are sure to give us a good time themselves.
Absolutely.
And you know they'll be
Right.
dressed.
They could.
Yeah.
The three of them could win.
It's true. It's true.
Totally.
Matthew, remind everybody the logistics if they did want to get tickets or and get signed, or when they want to get tickets, send them to the right spots for that.
Yeah, so we're doing good on ticket sales. I'm really happy with it.
Good.
There's definitely still some available.
But you might want to get on it, folks. Yeah.
Go to sonomavalleypride.com and there's a link in the events to Rocky Horror Picture Show. So you can purchase your tickets there. And
Also on Wake Up Sonoma's website on the event page.
And
as well.
Sebastiani Theatre as well. So you could use your favorite search engine, search for Sonoma Rocky Horror Picture Show 50th, and it's going to give you lots of pathways to join this super fun event that is supporting Pride right here in Sonoma. I hope to see you out there. I'm going to be there. We're going to have so much fun. We are going to do the time warp again, everybody. Hey, thanks you three for coming in. You know you're VIP of this Thursday morning show. Always great to have you. I'm at your service, y'all.
Thanks.
Thank you.
thank you.
You bet. We're going to take a quick break, everybody.